All right. Hey, everyone. We are live on.
Hi.
We're live on YouTube. Sorry, this is Michelle, and we are following some breaking news
Very good.
out of Beloit tonight. And that breaking news involves a 5-year-old shot and killed.
I'm sad to
We
inform our
believe it.
community that about 7:10 p.m.
we
this
go.
evening, a 5-year-old was driving in a vehicle with his father on Chopier Road, just west of Prairie, when the suspect vehicle pulled up alongside and opened fire at the father's vehicle. As a result of that, the 5-year-old was struck by gunfire and passed away at Beloit Memorial Hospital. The suspect vehicle is described as a 90s to early 2000s GMC type SUV, maroon in color. There's no further information as to suspects at this time, and we're still investigating the case. I think the big thing here is that that's an area that's got a lot of traffic, both pedestrian and vehicular. There's people that may have witnessed this incident before or after, may have witnessed the suspect vehicle speeding off. We really ask that our community in Beloit come forward and work with us to help solve this crime. It's not acceptable to the police department or the Beloit community that this type of violence occurs. Certainly no one expects to have their 5-year-old taken from them in this fashion, and that shouldn't be acceptable to anyone. So we really urge everyone to come forward with any piece of information they might have to help us solve this.
Was the father the intended target?
We've interviewed the father, and for whatever reason, the suspect vehicle was following them, but we don't know exactly why. If they were following him because they knew who he was or they suspected it of being someone else, we don't know. But they were the only two vehicles on the roadway when the gunfire erupted.
Where was the 5-year-old hit and how many times?
The ME is still examining the 5-year-old, but he was struck at least once in the abdomen and was deceased at the hospital.
Do we know how many people were in the maroon SUV, the suspect's vehicle?
We do not.
Was it just the father and the son in the car?
Yes,
And the father was not hit, correct?
correct.
Is the father cooperating?
Yes, he is. We're interviewing him now, and he's being completely cooperative with us.
Do you know how long the suspect's vehicle had been following them?
He's not sure. We just know at that point, on Chopier, just west of Prairie, is where he pulled up alongside and started firing.
Were there other people in the suspect's car?
We don't know at this time. We know there's at least one driver. We don't know if the driver was a shooter. Was there another shooter? We don't know how many persons.
So were they at a stoplight?
Nope, they were driving down the road.
And Chopier is that east-west bound?
It's an angle,
Yeah.
east-west, kind of a northwest, southeast,
And which way were they traveling?
east.
Okay.
The father of Beloit resident?
Yes, township, yes.
What's your message? This is obviously something you certainly don't want to ever have to tell the community.
Right. Well, and I think it's a big opportunity for the community to step up and show us just how much they care, because we know that they do. This is not acceptable in Beloit to have this kind of gun violence. We've been concentrating very hard on trying to identify those in the community that are illegally in possession of guns and are involved in criminal activity, and we've been, I think, doing a really good job at attacking that problem. But these types of things, when they happen, we need the support and the cooperation of the community as well. I'm certain there's someone in this community right now, one if not more, that know who did this. And they need to step up and work with us so that we can put the responsible party behind bars.
The 5-year-old was in the back seat?
Yes.
Okay. And it was in a car seat?
Yes. That's all we have at this time. If there's, updates, we'll get those to you tomorrow. But right now, we're still actively investigating, and that's all we got. We'd certainly appreciate anyone's assistance, help. Give the PD a call. We've got all our resources deployed. And we've gotten assistance from the town of Beloit and the Rock County Sheriff's Office, which we're very grateful for.
Are you still asking people to stay away from that area? It's still blocked off?
It's still blocked off. We're still collecting evidence, taking photographs. So we'll be up there for some time yet.
How close was it to the intersection with Prairie?
50 feet, maybe
Okay.
west, where Moccasin Street cuts in.
Gotcha.
How many shots fired?
Unknown at this point. More than one. Okay?
Great.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, folks.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, everyone. Hey, if you're just joining us, we're getting ready to go on the set. So this is the live stream. This is behind the scenes look at what we're following tonight. This breaking news story of a 5-year-old shot and killed in Beloit near the Piggly Wiggly. They never said the Piggly Wiggly, right? In that news conference? They just talked about it. Okay. So we're going to be live here in just a couple seconds. We're going to get on set, but you can watch the newscast. Valina's going to be joining us live. Chris, are you going to have a bite, do you think? Okay, great. Okay, so does Valina know? Hey, Maria, can you tell Valina we have a bite?
Hey, Chris, were you rolling on that?
Yeah.
Cool. So.
Okay, so we'll be back. Sit tight. And sorry, this is kind of urgent for
Maria,
us.
put a bite
Usually
down
we're a
and-
little bit more
All right, cool.
organized, but this is breaking news. So we'll be back.
You're live.
Oh,
Thanks. Okay.
I need to talk to someone. Can you, I don't know who, can you call someone? Call the producer.
I need to talk to.
What?
Producer?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, this is the, I don't know what the producer is.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it.
Here. Don't call the desk because Elise can't handle this. She sent me to the wrong person.
Hey, do they know they're still on live? We need to take them off the channel 3000. Presser's done.
Well, can we like move?
There we go. Well, at least your mic's off now.
Yeah, she's calling right now.
All right. What's the IFB?
Certainly no one expects to have their 5-year-old taken from them in this fashion, and that shouldn't be acceptable to anyone.
Burgundy color SUV GMC type.
Hey, everyone. I don't know if you can. Am I freezing up? Can you guys hear me? Danica, can you hear me?
I can, yeah.
Okay.
Hold on.
Sorry, no, I just didn't know. I'm going to mute myself here in a second. It's been a long time since we've done like both Hangouts and this.
Oh, the Facebook?
Yeah. I see viewers out there on YouTube, so that's good. I'm going to start this live stream.
We're doing Google and
Yeah,
Facebook?
because with Google you can see what Valina is actually showing. Who's 10?
I assume that's the live chat.
5-year-old shot and killed.
Where does it need to be at?
Should I say in drive-by?
I mean, technically it is. We just say just
In Beloit.
drive by. I don't really think of a house. Check. Tonight we are live
Sorry.
with late breaking details.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not going to use that.
We're not going to call it
terminology.
drive-by. Okay.
Right. He followed the vehicle for a little while. A drive-by, generally, they drive by a house and fire or a stationary object.
Oh, sorry. Danica, if you get a chance to, when we get going, so that the live stream goes, just mute yourself so that the YouTube viewers can see the
That's what he said, struck in the
newscast.
Okay. Where's Valina coming? Why can I hear her through, like, whatever you've patched it through?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna mute myself so that there's not double.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on silent. So.
Tonight, we are live with late-breaking details of a deadly shooting of a 5-year-old in Beloit. Police are asking folks to avoid the area near Prairie and Chaupier in Beloit since it is an active crime scene.
And we join Valina Jones live for us tonight. And Valina, what can you tell us?
Well, Michelle, a press conference just wrapped up here at the Beloit Police Department. What they're releasing right now is that a 5-year-old has been shot and killed at that intersection at Chaupier and Prairie Avenue. What they know is that a suspect's vehicle was following a car when a 5-year-old was shot in the abdomen. He was in the back seat of the car in a car seat traveling with his down Chaupier Road when that shooting took place. The father said that he had seen a suspect's vehicle follow them for some time and realized that they were following them when shots rung out. And this is what the police chief had to say just moments ago.
Certainly no one expects to have their 5-year-old taken from them in this fashion, and that shouldn't be acceptable to anyone.
Now, police are still investigating the scene right now. They're asking everyone to stay clear of that intersection. They don't have a in-depth description of the suspect, but we do know that the suspect's vehicle is a maroon-colored SUV, possibly 90s to early 2000. Again, we do not know the reason for the shooting. Police say they don't know if the father was the intended target. They're still investigating this, and again, are asking people to stay clear of that intersection tonight. Eric and Michelle.
Again, we're talking about Chaupier Road, Prairie in Beloit there. Now, Valina, is the father cooperating in this investigation at this point in time, as far as you know?
The father is cooperating. Police say he's been very vocal and has been working with them, but again, they're not sure about the motive behind the shooting tonight.
Valina, did you mention if the father has sustained any injuries tonight as well?
He does not have any injuries. There were no reported injuries to him. Police are not releasing how many shots were fired, but said that the 5-year-old in the back of the seat was the only one that was hurt during this incident.
Well, at least thankfully the father's not injured and he can help them perhaps locate this individual. Again, she said a maroon-colored late 90s, early 2000s model SUV in the Beloit area. This happened just after 7 o'clock tonight. Valina will join us with more a little bit later in this newscast as we try to get more updates on this very tragic story tonight out of Beloit. Now, this area, by the way, again, Chaupier and Prairie has been a significant trouble spot in the past, including several area shootings within a few block radius there. In fact, there was a shooting at a Citgo station near that exact same intersection just this past June.
All right, continuing coverage now. The story of an abandoned dog with major head injuries and left for dead. Tonight, the dog's owner is in custody in Columbia County. There she is. Terry Lynn Benson from Partyville is in jail, facing felony charges for mistreating animals and a misdemeanor charge for abandoning an animal.
She's probably the worst I've seen in quite a few years.
Earlier today, we reported that a black lab was found in the town of Fort Winnebago by a group of hunters. They found that dog in a large camping-type bag with head trauma and a tumor. She needed 19 staples in her head, and experts are hoping she can survive.
I think that depending on, because of her condition, certainly exposure to the elements, there was some blood loss from the wounds. I don't think she would have lasted more than 24 to 36 hours in the condition that she was in.
The dog was also malnourished and tonight is on pain meds and antibiotics. Better news coming from the Dane County Humane Society this evening. Last night, if you remember, we told you 2 dogs are still available for adoption. Now there's only 1 left. 63 have adoption holds, including Theodore, who you see right there. The dogs arrived at the Humane Society last week from North Carolina and Mississippi.
New tonight, a morning coyote hunting contest. Tomorrow, it's coming under fire. Tomorrow's hunt offers prize money for the smallest, largest, and most coyotes killed. These competitions have been taking place for years, but groups like Friends of the Wisconsin Wolf are worried that federally protected wolves might be killed in the process.
With the zest of going out to see how many coyotes you could kill, and with a prize for the largest coyote you could kill, we already know there's a problem with misidentification even during deer gun season. So I'm concerned that gray wolves may be at risk.
This is happening in the northern part of the state, north of Wausau. Melissa Smith says this contest is especially concerning because of its location near residential wolf packs.
A 15-year-old Mequon student is accused of using an app to make a bomb threat. That threat kept nearly 1,400 students at Homestead High School home today. School officials were notified by students and teachers after seeing it on an app called What's Goodly.
We have authority to pursue and to levy discipline, and we intend to utilize the fullest extent of authority we have in discipline with this student.
There's so many of these apps coming out every day. It's tough to stay ahead of it, but thankfully the developer of this app was cooperative.
Well, that was what police were saying was neat, was because the police contacted the app developer in California to track down that student, and they do believe he was acting alone.
3 workers with the Department of Corrections have quit in light of a misconduct investigation at a juvenile detention center. 5 people have resigned so far from Lincoln Hills near Wausau. A judge says there's reason to believe sexual assault, physical abuse, and neglect all happened there. New tonight, state investigators say the fire that killed 2 girls in Crawford County earlier this week was an accident. 15-year-old Trinity Bartels and her 12-year-old sister Lena died earlier this week and were the only 2 people in that Wazeeka home when the fire started. Now, fire investigators say it happened near a staircase, which prevented the girls from escaping. No word yet on the official cause.
All right, well, as the East Coast prepares to get slammed with a winter storm, we are enjoying a warm-up, right, Gary?
Yes, we are. In fact, temperatures will be above freezing as we head into Sunday. Let's start out by taking a look at high-resolution Doppler 3000. You can see some light snow showers toward the Lake Michigan shoreline. These flurries and snow showers continue to move toward the southwest, and we could still see a few flurries overnight. Otherwise, the pinpoint visibility show a 9-mile visibility here in Madison with just some flurries occurring right now. Low temperatures this morning started out in the lower 20s. We started out at 21 degrees. Our high made it up only a few degrees to 25, and right now we're kind of right in between at 23 degrees. And as we check out our forecast first, look for temperatures to drop to about 15 by tomorrow morning. We'll be up to 29 for high tomorrow as we'll see some breaks in the clouds during the day. Let's look at your forecast first.
Thank you, Gary. Police in Portland, Oregon are investigating a bar fight that left 1 Packer fan with brain injuries. Sam Whitehorn was attacked Saturday night by a group of Seahawks fans. His girlfriend says just for wearing a Packers beanie.
Came up and one of them assaulted him, punched him in the face, knocked him out, which caused him to hit the back of his head on the curb of the sidewalk, causing a severe hemorrhage. He was bleeding out of his ear and his nose.
Well, a GoFundMe page is set up now to help with recovery costs, and we've put the link on channel3000.com. Just click on the links section. You know, cheese is often around the corner here in Wisconsin, but that isn't the case in Germantown after a semi-truck carrying $70,000 worth of cheese disappeared. The D&G truck carrying locally made cheese was set to make deliveries around the country. Police found the missing semi this morning, but no shred of evidence yet on where the cheese might be.
Oh yeah, we're still going to try and find the product. Absolutely, we'll make every effort we can to try and recover that product.
Well, get this. This is the second cheese heist in 2 weeks. About $90,000 worth of Parmesan cheese was missing from a storage facility in Marshfield last week. There's no connection yet on the two thefts.
Next time you toss out an old microwave or refrigerator, make sure city workers are the only ones who pick it up for you. Madison Streets makes thousands of dollars each year by selling that scrap metal they collect off city curbs. But in recent years, they have noticed the amount of material picked up has become less and less, taking away money they rely on.
For things like buying trucks, buying fuel, personnel, and things like that. That's why we're able to turn the metal we collect into that. And without that metal, we're still going to need those trucks and those people and that kind of stuff like that. And so that means higher taxes, ultimately, to help pay for that stuff.
And the city says illegal scrappers are the ones picking up all that metal. Officials are currently brainstorming ways to regulate that issue. With more than 7,000 veterans living below the poverty line in Wisconsin alone, homelessness is a problem. Project Home, which operates here in Dane and Greene counties, is launching a new program to keep vets in their homes. They're working to identify honorably discharged veterans with low to moderate incomes. Project Home will do health and safety home repairs, make accessibility modifications, and energy efficiency improvements as well.
So I want to give back to them and help them and take care of them, because that's what soldiers do in all their life. They take care of each other. So it doesn't stop when we get out. We continue.
And if you'd like to help, visit their website at projecthomewi.org. We posted it on our Channel 3000 page under this story. Straight ahead, a veteran is making news for the way he helps others.
But he is wheelchair bound, and it isn't stopping him from continuing to serve those all around him. His story coming up next.
What is going on? Today we're going to run a slalom course. Not down the mountain, but up it.
That's terrifying.
In one of these.
Sweet.
The Chevy Silverado offers a combination of four-wheel drive and...
Use this real quick.
It's amazing to meet the people whose names are up there, to hear their stories. And
Okay, yeah, you know, they don't have a live scene look now, so
Yeah.
we could drop it now.
We can.
We could just do
We can-
video.
Yeah, let's do the video.
Because
Or we just
all they have would be like a hallway.
With mobility issues, to know that, hey, look, you know.
Danica, are you hearing anything back there?
I hear some feedback.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, it's probably me.
Well, I also have, hold on. Oh no, I have your Facebook thing muted. And then I hear some teenage feedback on the Hangout.
That might be because of me, because I don't have my headphones in.
Oh, probably.
So I'm trying not to do that.
Jesus. Hold on one sec.
And also because my feed is coming through there, so.
What?
Okay.
It feels like the HVAC is.
So, Danica, I think, muted herself. She's on the phone. If you're joining us on YouTube, we're still following this breaking news story. You saw Beloit at the top of the newscast. And Belina is tweeting now like crazy. Let's see.
You want me to give Chuck a call?
You know what? Because I was trying to, in my head.
Tiny gold hair.
Because I was trying to
Well,
change
if we're not good.
I couldn't spit out Belina Jones joint. I can never say that, and I did it. I'm so mad.
Yeah.
You can see some of the gels move.
Well, I hope everybody's doing well out there tonight on this Friday. Obviously, we're dealing with some
I thought it seemed quiet
here at Beloit.
Let me move this back here.
Can I play some video games on it?
Yeah, if you want to. Oh gosh. That happened like really too fast. I mean, not that it matters to us, but that was really like, we got back from break, and then it just went in.
And then at 7:30, we found out that located the owner of the dog in
up in Columbia County on that story with the lab that was found in a bag.
In a snowstorm.
Yes.
And was the incident in Beloit. That is a very busy intersection. I've been down to Beloit. Yeah, Piggly Wiggly there. It's a high traffic area.
All-wheel drive and four-wheel drive vehicles
Just
to better handle winter driving.
horribly sad.
Current qualified competitive lessees
There's
can
like
get
never
this
enough
Chevy Equinox LT with
information
all-wheel
from the end,
drive for
fast
around
enough.
$199
Selena Jones, by the way, is with both of those big stories.
Epilepsy research continues to grow at UW with the help of Lily's Fund. Metal neurons keep spreading around the ceiling at UW Hospital. You may have seen them. Madison-based artist Piper Bulmer was inspired to be a part of the Neuron Project, knowing it wouldn't just be a display of hope, but a way for people to see their donations in a different, more colorful light.
It's amazing to meet the people whose names are up there, to hear their stories and what this means to them. That turns it from a contribution into a privilege right away. You feel like, oh my gosh, I'm so honored to have created a place where someone can mark their story and their hopes. So
It's a stunning display. Now, each of those neurons represents a donation, so you can help by attending tomorrow night's Lily's Luau. There are still tickets available, each $60. The luau starts at 6:30 at Union South, and you can visit liliesfund.org for information.
Susan Simon, the MC of that event. That's a great story. And here's another one. A Iraq War veteran has found another use for his wheelchair. Justin Anderson, one of a few people who actually welcome nasty winter weather with a very warm attitude. The veteran on a mission to help his neighbors. He turned his wheelchair into a snow plow to clear sidewalks in his neighborhood. While Justin enjoys helping kids get to and from school safely, he hopes his actions will also impact other fellow veterans.
I want to help inspire other veterans with mobility issues to know that, hey, look, you know, there's things you can still do that you didn't think you'd be able to do, you know, after your injury.
That is just a guy dedicated. Justin spent a lot of time putting together that plow. He even made sure it would be capable of climbing up big snow piles out there in Nebraska. Much of the country could use Justin's services.
Fortunately, we're not one of them. But that storm continues to impact the east, and now it's actually starting to move slightly more north than what was originally expected. Let's start out by taking a look at satellite and radar across the eastern portion of the country. And the storm itself is located right about over here, right over the southern portion of North Carolina. And as it heads up the coast, it now looks like the heavier snow bands will continue to impact Washington, D.C. and the areas that we thought it would, but also now New York City, which was kind of on the fringe, may be in line for a fairly significant snow from this. And in fact, as we take a look at the latest advisories, the National Weather Service has now expanded the blizzard warnings up into Philadelphia, New York City, including Long Island, and most of New Jersey, as well as parts of Connecticut and Rhode Island. So again, this area here could see somewhere in the neighborhood of about maybe 10 to 20 inches of snow, and also see winds of 40 to 55 miles per hour in gusts. As we look at future track, you can see the snow expanding northward into the New York City metro area, probably staying just south of Boston, at least the heaviest snow there. Cape Cod could be impacted. Notice those long wind arrows, too, very strong winds around the storm system. Heaviest snow now approaching New York City. This is the 2-foot amount areas here in red, so New York City could be very close to 1.5 to 2 feet of snow before all is said and done. The time lapse from the Queen Bee Radio Skycam in Platteville showed that it was just cloudy all day today. Didn't get much in the way of sunshine. And the live view from the Edgewater Skycam in downtown Madison shows things pretty quiet for tonight. We've had some off and on flurries. High today 25, the low 21. So temperatures have only been in that 4-degree window, and we're right in the middle right now at 23 with mostly cloudy skies and a few snow flurries. Winds out of the north-northwest at 7, and the wind chill is at 15 degrees. As we look at satellite and radar, there is the big winter storm. The northern fringes of it just bringing those flurries up across southern Wisconsin. Another weather system out to the west moving on the west coast is actually starting to spread mild air inland. So while high pressure keeps our weather seasonally cold here, this stationary front is the dividing line between colder air to the east and milder Pacific air out to the west. And if you look at temperatures, you can see they're in the 30s and 40s on the other side of that front. On our side of the front, much more typical, teens and 20s, and we'll probably see a slow warming trend through the weekend. weekend. Our forecast for tonight calls for mostly cloudy skies. We could see a few flurries this evening. Low temperature dropping to 15 degrees for tomorrow, 29 degrees with variably cloudy skies. So seasonal temperatures for this time of year. Pinpoint City forecast, 25 for high in Richland Center, 29 in Verona for tomorrow with variably cloudy skies. About the same for Sunday, but just a little milder. Up to 35 in Platteville, 35 for the high in Monroe. North and east of Madison, variably cloudy skies for tomorrow, high 30 in Beaver Dam, 27 in Lodi. And then for Sunday, look for a high of 35 in Monona and 34 degrees in Jefferson. The 7-day forecast calls for some snow showers from Monday afternoon into Monday night. And we could see an inch or two of accumulation through Monday night. Tuesday, we'll see flurries come to an end. Wednesday will be dry. Another chance for some flurries on Thursday, but now it looks like temperatures will be milder at the end of next week, perhaps upper 30s on Friday. There are signs by the following weekend we could be looking at high temperatures around 40 degrees here.
Well, that big weather system out east, though, something to watch, and a lot of people that are traveling that way. Really,
especially, now that New York is being impacted, and who knows, Boston could be pretty close, too.
All right, Gary, thank you.
You're welcome.
And we also want to remind you, we're continuing to follow some breaking news out of Rock County where a 5-year-old boy was shot and killed just after 7 o'clock tonight. Police say he was riding in a car with his father when someone following them started shooting, and we know that boy died at Beloit Memorial this evening. We will get a live update from Valina Jones in just a few minutes. We'll be right back.
2015 Ford Focus S 4-door sedans, priced from only $11,988. 0 down, $159.
I think they just kicked on.
Oh.
No two-shot, Michelle.
No two-shot? Okay. So do I have to even go there at all?
The live cast saw that.
Okay.
I'm just saying it won't need a box.
Okay. Thank you. Oh. Oh my gosh. Eric, is that a nice orange flow or more brown?
Anytime you can save money as a parent, it's great. So I would think that saving money with a sales tax like that is
very sad, you guys. I gotta move this again. I had to adjust that.
You can work out pretty much whenever you want, all in a judgment-free zone and all for just $10 down, $10 a month with no commitment when you join by Friday, January 29th in club or online at planetfitness.com.
This weekend at American Freight, 2 mattress sets, any size, only $298 complete. Get a twin and a full and a queen. Get a queen and a king, 2 kings, 2 queens, 2 mattress sets, any size, only $298 complete. Famous names like Simmons, Stewart, and Hamilton. Free layaway till tax refund this weekend only. At American Freight in Madison, at the corner of North Stoughton Road and Kinsman Boulevard. Phone 242-9999.
Hey, Hunter. That should do it then.
I love this free store pickup.
Just order online. We'll have it waiting for you the same day. I bet there's an ace within a golf swing at just about anywhere.
Really? New mailboxes.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Getting help at Ace is like going to your neighbor.
Right now, Fight 60-watt LED bulbs are just $2.99 each after our $3 instant savings. Stop by Ace today and get our longest-lasting bulbs for just $2.99 each.
I do solemnly swear
Do solemnly swear to continue
to fight cancer,
to fight cancer, to fight cancer,
to find it, to study it,
to remove it, to ablate it,
to wrestle it,
to wrestle it into submission, to make cancer afraid.
to ever rear its ugly head.
This is our promise.
This is our promise.
They are the world-renowned physicians, researchers, and healthcare professionals at the University of Wisconsin's Carbone Cancer Center. Going farther, faster.
You've upgraded all your old technology, so what about this? It's time to get into the new with Ford. New is EcoBoost technology. New is a foot-activated liftgate. New is tougher, stronger, and lighter. New is Ford, America's best-selling brand. Now, get into a new Focus, Fusion, or Escape with 0% financing for 60 months plus $2,000 trade assist cash. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Don't miss the Lake Home and Cabin Show, January 29th through the 31st at Alliant Energy Center in Madison. New products and great ideas. Everything for your getaway home is here.
We get mornings on WISC News 3.
Production has come to a halt at a Dole plant after the feds found listeria was linked to a packaged salads produced there. The CDC says 1 person died and 12 others were hospitalized after eating the salad. The plant in Springfield, Ohio, stopped production. The greens were sold under a variety of names, but all of them came from that Dole plant.
Licorice-flavored coughing liquid is being recalled because it apparently contains morphine. The drug can be deadly, can cause respiratory issues. Master Herbs, Inc. distributed that cough syrup to Chinese grocery stores across the country, including stores in Illinois and Ohio. If you have that syrup in your medicine cabinet, you're told to stop using it, return it to the store where it was purchased.
America's largest automaker says it is jumping into the ride-sharing business. General Motors is creating an on-demand car-sharing service called Maven. The automaker plans to test the service in Ann Arbor, Michigan. It says it expects to launch additional programs in major U.S. cities later this year. GM also plans to open rental hubs with Lyft, where drivers can rent GM vehicles.
Wisconsin parents could soon be saving some cash on back-to-school shopping come August. The proposal would establish a 2-day sales tax holiday starting the first Saturday in August. You could buy clothing, computers, school supplies, all sales tax-free during that 2-day holiday. 18 states, including Iowa, have similar sales tax holidays. One parent we spoke with today says the holiday would help her family save a few extra bucks.
Anytime you can save money as a parent, it's great. So I would think that saving money with a sales tax like that would be awesome.
Retail experts say it would be great for consumers. Businesses, though, they say may or may not see a significant bump in sales if that proposal were in fact implemented. Just ahead, it was our Prep Mania Game of the Week. We'll have highlights from the big Crosstown Showdown at Madison East tonight. That's next in sports.
Feathered friends. I mean, what about the meteorologist who sticks in the...
What are we making right now?
They make it look so easy. Look at that. It's Batman.
Are we periscoping?
YouTube hang up. Google hang up.
Oh.
Big second half comeback, and Memorial sweeps East in their season series, and Jake Ferguson leads the way for the Spartans with 19 points. Okay, you're down 5 at half. What changed in the second?
Oh, okay.
Lawson back to the post to see some of the world's best players shoot low scores.
Played well at Sony last week in Hawaii, coming off the top.
I'm just kidding. It's only happened like 15. Maybe two times.
I did that when I was in Bangor. I used to take toilet paper from the
Take
station
toilet
all the time.
The station.
Actually, you're not. It's Ford F-Series again. Same trucks that have been leading the industry for 39 straight years. Why? Game-changing innovation. It's why Ford F-Series is making every other truck brand history.
Now get an F-150 with $7,050 in total savings, or lease one for only $299 a month.
At Pick and Save and Cops, you'll find a little bit of Wisconsin in every aisle. We're proud to provide hundreds of local products from all across the state, all at everyday low prices. Because as lifelong Wisconsinites, we love this great state just as much as you do. Believe you me. Pick and Save and Cops, where Wisconsin saves on groceries.
Nothing transforms your home like a fireplace from Fireside Hearth and Home. And right now, during our winter sale, save up to $600 on all fireplaces. Sale ends January 30th.
The cold weather's here, just in time for the huge cold weather sale at Farm and Fleet. Save 50% off this Columbia winter jacket. Carhartt caps just $7.99. Save 20% on Carhartt insulated gloves. Long sleeve Henleys and Crews $9.88. Dynaglow forced air heaters only $79.99. Save $100 on a yard machine snowblower. Ice melt just $6.99. All tires on sale as low as $44.99. And our platinum battery only $89.99. It may be cold, but the deals are hot at the Plains Farm and Fleet huge cold weather sale.
Go to cover5.com to play against ESPN Wisconsin and the News 3 sports team.
All right, well, tonight a crosstown rivalry at stake between Madison Memorial and Madison East. This one for a lot of pride and street cred in our Prep Mania Game of the Week. The Spartans coming into this game ranked second in the Big 8 Conference, but the East fighting with a lot of heart, and it showed from the beginning. Keyshawn Justice and Oliver Allison with a little back and forth. Allison knocking down the three to open up the lead. To the second now, 3 minutes to go in the game. Look at the effort, all this effort here from Matt Carapresso to tie it up at 56. Later, Carapresso with the ball again. This time he will give it away to Jake Ferguson to take the lead, and Memorial holds on to win 63-56 the final. Here's Sports Director Jay Wilson with the post-game wrap-up.
Big second half comeback, and Memorial sweeps East in their season series, and Jake Ferguson leads the way for the Spartans with 19 points. Okay, you're down 5 at half. What changed in the second half?
Well, we just had to execute a lot, and our point guards knew that they had to bring the ball up and be strong, and that's what Billy and Logan did. And the bigs also helped them out a lot. Chris had a lot of big rebounds, and we knew we needed to get on the boards. But, yeah.
You play some football. Did that seem like a football game at times tonight?
Yeah, we were on the floor a lot, and I liked it. I like getting on the floor. I like hustling. Yeah, felt good. I like football.
This team coming together here late in the season as we hit February?
Yeah, I can definitely tell we're coming together because practice, it's more like family on the court and off the court, but also like we're getting better, less yelling at each other. It's good.
That's sure working out, and a big road win at East for Memorial tonight.
All right, thank you, Jay. Middleton hosting Janesville Parker tonight in a Big 8 Conference matchup as well. Cardinals getting the early lead. Storm Murphy drives it into the basket for the layup. Then Mark Brooks here will put it in 4-2. Trying to get the Vikings get back in later. Murphy passes it to Dadrian Spears for the three. Final score here, Middleton 75, Parker 67. Well, the Badgers men's hockey team hosting Minnesota for a 2-game series starting tonight. And the last time these two teams met, the game went to a 7-round shootout. Tonight, though, a lot of Golden Gophers on the attack. Hudson Fashion gets a deflection here to light the lamp. 1-0 Minnesota. In the second period, check out this pass. Very good pass here to Steve Johnson. That will make it 2-0 Golden Gophers. Right now, 3-0 Minnesota in the third. The women, with the Wisconsin women rather, will open up a series against North Dakota tomorrow at LeBron Arena. Puck drops at 2. The Bucks riding a 3-game winning streak coming in tonight's game against the Rockets. Party people, a lot of them in H-Town tonight. Greg Monroe doing his best to keep them in the game. 21 points for him tonight, but a lot of Houston, a lot of James Harden. A game-high 30 points for him, and the Bucks lose 102-98. They head to New Orleans next. Switching gears now to some beautiful greens and palm trees in La Quinta, California for the Career Builder Challenge. Madison native Jerry Kelly drains the putt for par on 18 here. He finishes the day tied for 15th at 10 under. Jason Duffner in first place. And who would have thought North Carolina hosting the NFC Championship would be the colder of the 2 games this weekend? Denver hosting the AFC Championship. Ron Rivera and his Panthers practicing in the snow today ahead of the storm expected to hit the area. A lot of shoveling going on there, guys. I checked the weather actually in those 2 cities before I came on. 10 degrees colder in Carolina than Denver.
Yeah, so we'll see.
All right, we'll be right back.
There's plain crossovers, then there's one to tackle Wisconsin winters. The overachieving crossover, the only one with Skyactiv technology. The new Mazda CX-5 Sport all-wheel drive from Don Miller. This Mazda CX-5 Sport is sweetly equipped. All-wheel drive, automatic, rear-view backup camera, up to 30 mpg highway, and more. Lease it from only $229 a month plus tax. Don Miller, Madison's Mazda destination.
The Butterburger is made of just 3 cuts of fresh Midwest beef. Nothing more, nothing less. So we got the sirloin, the chuck, and the plate. No fillers, that's it.
All price cuts, all well marbled for richness and flavor.
This is where those 3 wonderful cuts of beef come together.
You can just tell that blend is working in there.
And we sear them, and that seals in the...
I don't think Molina will go that long, to be honest, if I had to guess. Sure. Hey, I don't know if they need a white balance, but she looks blue, or the background looks blue. I don't know if that's like, can't tell. Just will you double check? Oh, okay, thank you.
You just said mind your own business.
And then they said,
We'll be out at 4 for the double box.
okay.
This is breaking news. All the rules go up.
When news breaks, we just.
WISC is your home for Super Bowl.
Internet and voice for $29.99 a month each. Call 844-321-2999.
Any day that starts with a visit to Mounds is gonna be a good one. Hey, Christy, ever seen a bigger appetizer bar? Aw, I was just looking. For a more formal dinner, the selection is off the charts. Excellent choice.
Who's a good boy?
That would be me.
Try Mound's own dog power and perfect cat food. Good nutrition at a great price.
Don't forget her free Mounds candy bar.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Weeknights at 10:35 on WISC TV3.
All right, we are monitoring breaking news from Rock County tonight. Beloit police have confirmed a 5-year-old boy was killed in a shooting.
And News 3's Valina Jones has been following the latest developments. Valina, what can you tell us?
Well, Michelle and Eric, Police Interim Chief Zabalski just wrapped up a press conference here at the Beloit Police Department about 30 minutes ago. What we do know tonight is that a 5-year-old was shot and killed while driving in the car with his father on Shapiro Road at the intersection of Prairie Avenue. Now, this is a very busy intersection right across the street from a shopping center. Police are hoping that this will help them have people come forward and give more additional information about a suspect. That suspect's vehicle is described as a maroon-colored SUV to late 90s to early 2000 model. Police say a suspect's vehicle was seen following the car before shots rang out. The 5-year-old was shot in the stomach and taken to Beloit Memorial Hospital, where he later died. And the father telling police tonight that he saw the suspect following them before those shots rang out. There's no word on how many suspects may be involved, but police are asking for anyone that may have additional information to come forward to help solve this crime tonight.
All right, and again, police are looking for a maroon-colored SUV at this time. Thank you, Valina, for all of your updates. We will post updates again on channel3000.com.
And this is a story we will continue to follow throughout the remainder of this weekend. Let's get one quick final check on the forecast.
Looks like a nice weekend. Temperatures low 30s for tomorrow and mid 30s for Sunday, so not bad. Warming up a little bit.
All right, Gary, thank you very much. A lot of eyes on the East Coast as well this weekend. Thanks for joining us for News 310, folks. Have a great weekend.
WISC is your home for Super Bowl 50.
Okay, so sorry, I'm talking to you I'm talking to these people. So that's everybody.
Good morning. I'm Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Expect variably cloudy skies today. Our high temperature will top out at 29 degrees. Tonight, skies will be partly cloudy. Low temperature dropping to 20. Tomorrow, variable cloudiness a little milder with a high of 35. Monday, mostly cloudy with snow showers developing in the afternoon, a high of 32. Having some minor snow accumulations through Monday night. Good morning. I'm Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. Skies will be variably cloudy today. Our high temperature topping out at 29 with south-southwesterly winds between 6 and 12 miles per hour. Tonight will be partly cloudy. Low temperature dropping to 20. Winds will be from the south to southwest at 8 to 15 miles per hour. Tomorrow, variable cloudiness and a little milder. High temperature at 35. Monday, mostly cloudy with snow showers developing in the afternoon, the high at 32. Some minor snow accumulations are possible through Monday night. Tuesday, mostly cloudy, breezy, and colder with scattered flurries. Our high temperature at 24.
Dude, you are so weird. You are so
How about
weird.
Tiger Woods? Same day as Barry Alvarez, December 30th to 75. LeBron James also December 30th.
Nope, 69.
Anybody know who was born on October 7th? Famous Wisconsin. We're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna wrap it up. But we hope all you guys have a good. You got a happy birthday, Bo. 30.
Gosh, Bo, you need.
Gary, I saw. So enjoy the Badger hockey games if you're going tomorrow. Enjoy the AFC Championship on CBS. And the NFC Championship on another station. April 7th, 79, Steve Woodard. Hey, you know what? February 14th of 79, I got chickenpox.
What?
Valentine's Day.
You got.
I came home with chickenpox.
Because why? Were you too close to.
Back then, you didn't get a vaccine. You got chickenpox. That was how you got through chickenpox. Everybody got chickenpox.
I think I got a chickenpox vaccine.
Yeah, but you're like 24.
True. 24.
Lily's luau tomorrow night. Susan Simon will be your MC. Sarah Carlson, who is Michelle's predecessor,
Yes.
will be the keynote speaker.
It's exciting.
So that's going to be a fun night. And we got a lot going on this weekend. So I'm going to try to answer a couple more questions.
Eric loves answering your questions.
I do love the internet questions.
Weird. You really do love it. Like you're just like, I
like
like it.
these guys.
He just loves you guys.
Well, yeah, I know. Amy says this has nothing to do with the 5-year-old being shot. Let me clarify. Someone asked that we try to end this live stream on a positive note, so we tried to change the subject away from that. But as I mentioned previously, we will continue to cover this story with Danica, Chris Goffner, and everybody on our weekend staff. And we'll give you the very latest